All right, ladies and gentlemen, what is going on, guys? I gotta just do a quick sound check, make sure we are live. It looks like we are live. It sounds like we're live. That must make us live. But anyway, what is going on, guys? My name is K-Dog's Kennel, and welcome to the first of 3 live stream installments. This actually 4 live streams discussing trophies, like specific trophies. We've talked about various things throughout this whole live stream series. We've talked about how you need to get several trophies, upgrading weapons to the point where like a divine weapon fully upgraded, a raw weapon completely upgraded, let's see, just a standard weapon fully upgraded, an enchanted weapon net you a trophy, a chaos weapon will net you a trophy, a magic weapon will get you a trophy. Yeah, see, my platinum, I didn't have any issue getting a Black Knight Great Axe on my other character, and a cult weapon fully upgraded will net you a trophy. A crystal weapon will get you a trophy. And I feel like... Oh, cracked round shield, what? Oh, never mind, that's Knight's Honor, never mind, sorry. But in this particular live stream, we are going to be discussing the Wisdom of a Sage trophy, which to get this trophy, you need to acquire every sorcery in the game. All right. Now, most of these I've collected throughout the game, except the ones that you buy. The reason being is because I didn't want to waste the souls on that, because I knew on my platinum character, I had every single spell, and we could just talk about how to get them, because a lot of these spells you end up buying. All right. And you notice I have 2 of a lot of them as well, because I couldn't remember which ones I had, which ones I didn't. So what we're going to do in this live stream, ladies and gentlemen, is we're going to discuss every sorcery that you need for your platinum trophy, or I should say for the Wisdom of a Sage trophy, which is needed for your platinum trophy, and where to get it. All right. So we're going to break this down as simplistically as I possibly can. So we're going to start with Soul Arrow. Soul Arrow you acquire from Griggs when you save him from the Lower Undead Burg. If you have the Resonance Key that you bought from the merchant in Undead Burg, buy the Resonant Key, you save him in the lower part of Undead Burg, exhaust his dialogue, and he will end up coming to Firelink Shrine. He has several sorceries that you can buy, and that's, you want to buy every sorcery that he's got. All right, and that's where Soul Arrow, Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow, I believe, yes. Sorry, I'm referring to my note. Yeah, I literally pulled out my notebook for this. Again, because I took notes for when I actually platinumed the game. So yeah, Soul Arrow, Great Soul Arrow, Heavy Soul Arrow, Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Those are all purchased from Griggs. Now, later in the game, you can also buy these, I believe, from Big Hat Logan if you save him in Sen's Fortress. But trust me, you want to save Big Hat Logan in Sen's Fortress. We did that on New Game, our first initial run through the game. All right. So the next one that we're going to talk about is Homing Soul Mass. Homing Soul Mass you get from Big Hat Logan before you have to rescue him in the Duke's Archives, when he's locked up in that giant cell, and before you descend the stairs to go toward the Crystal Cave, there is a key that you need to go back to where his cell is, to where you can unlock it and free him. And then before he goes hollow, he will essentially goes insane. He will sell Homing Soul Mass. He will also sell Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Logan is the only one you can get them from. And they are pricey. They are 20,000 and 30,000 souls, respectively. But again, it's the only way to obtain them. So you have to follow Big Hat Logan's quest line up until you rescue him from the Duke's archives. All right. So again, imperative that you follow, you know, a lot of these NPC quest lines, especially when it comes to the sorcery and all that stuff. Karis, don't get under there. I was going to do this on camera, but like I said, our current house is kind of is torn up because we're packing and all that stuff. So, but yeah, so homing soul mass, homing crystal soul mass, you get from Logan. Another one that you get from Logan is the soul spear. This one is 40,000 souls, and again, yo Sith, what's up, buddy? Welcome in. But the soul spear you get from Logan again before he goes hollow. Before he goes insane, whatever you want to call. We actually, we're not in the new place just yet. We don't close until June 13th. So we can't move anything in until then. But we're actually going to go today, where I will actually be doing a video showing the inside of the house. I'm a little leery because it's the internet showing the outside of the house. But I've had a lot of people ask about it. I'm like, I have no problem showing the inside of it because there's nothing in there. So, but that'll be coming up later on this afternoon. Sorry, I'm gonna talk a lot in this live stream, so I had to have a drink on standby. Yo, John, welcome in, buddy. Oh, hang on one second. Oh, Synth, thank you very much, brother, for sharing that. I forget to share it on Discord. I truly do. Like I said, it just, yeah, I just forget about it a lot of the times, but. So yeah, Soul Spear you can get. I do believe you can get from Griggs as well, but Logan definitely has it. Again, it's 40,000 souls, and you want to do that before he goes. You know, like I said, before he goes insane. One that you have to get from Big Hat Logan is the Crystal Soul Spear. This one's going to be 50,000 souls. It's the most expensive one that he has, and it comes down to again. Sorry, trying to catch up with chat. Having a drink on standby is a good thing. Yeah, most definitely. I remember when I needed a drink on my first start streaming, I had a lot of time, my throat would get sore. Yeah, well, like I said, these next 3 live streams for How to Platinum Dark Souls 1, I asked, and the consensus was to do them in separate videos. One for the sorceries, one for the pyromancies, one for the miracles. So that's exactly what we're going to do. And then the 4th and final video, which will probably be tomorrow, will be the Knight's Honor Trophy. It is the most difficult trophy to get, and it's also the most time-consuming trophy to get. We're going to do a full live stream on how to do that, what you need to do. I've put a lot of work into this live stream series. Like I said, I didn't need to do it because I've already got the platinum, but like I said, hopefully this series has helped you if you're trying to go for the platinum on your particular file. Hopefully this video will help you get to that point. So, all right. So again, Big Hat Logan, only way to get this one for 50,000 souls. And then comes to the White Dragon Breath, which is the only way to obtain this is after you kill Seath, return to the first area where you fought Seath, where you can't kill him yet, before he imprisons you. Big Hat Logan will be there. He will be hollow, because of the fact that he went completely insane. And once you kill him, this is his drop. Usually, a lot of times, this is the final sorcery that you'll get. Because again, Logan's quest line is rather lengthy. It's also expensive to do. And actually, I probably could show you guys, which I don't have most of this stuff. I mean, I would show off the spells, but like I said, I don't do like mage sorcerer builds, so I can't show them off, but I at least can tell you how and where to get them. So, but yeah, White Dragon Breath, again, get from Big Hat Logan. You kill him after he goes hollow, and he drops the White Dragon Breath. Again, usually is the last sorcery trophy that you'll get because of where you acquire it. Because again, a lot of people usually they save Seath for last as far as the Lord Souls, between the Bed of Chaos, Four Kings, Nito and Seath. Like I said, usually people wait and do Seath last, but that's how you take you get the White Dragon breath. All right, next up, magic weapon. This is another one you can buy from Logan or Griggs. All right, like I said, once you first rescue them and they come back to Firelink Shrine, buy everything they sell. All right, because it's going to go toward your bottom line. A note on that is for Griggs to start selling his sorceries to you, you need an intelligence level of no less than 10. All right. Now, Logan, on the other hand, you have to have an intelligence level of 15 to buy any of his sorceries. Otherwise, he won't waste his time on you. All right. So, there is that. Next one, we're going to talk about Great Magic Weapon. This is the one that is on the chandelier in Anor Londo. When you get up to the rafters where all the painted guardians are, and you encounter the chandelier that you cut down, and it falls down into the room where the painted world resides, where you fight all those painted guardians. It's on a chandelier that you cut down from the rafters and pick it up before you get into the painted world. All right, so make sure to not miss that. Next up, Crystal Magic Weapon. This is another sorcery that is sold by Big Hat Logan for 20,000 souls. Again, that's why Logan is so imperative to save, because like I said, he's needed for your like I said, Griggs and Logan are both needed for your sorcery trophy. Again, that's why it's so imperative that you save both of them. So next one, we're going to talk about Magic Shield. This is another one that is sold by Griggs and Logan. Sorry, I was like, what that? I was getting feedback in my headset, but yeah, Magic Shield. Yeah, it's sold for 3,000 from both of them. Like I said, I've got all this crap written down, so bear with me. I'm literally trying to go in the order I have all this stuff written down. So, but yeah, sold by Griggs and or Logan for 3,000 souls. So there is that one. Next up, we have the Strong Magic Shield. This is found in a treasure chest inside the Duke's Archives. As you're exploring through, I'm pretty sure we picked it up in the on the How to Platinum character. It's in a treasure chest in the Duke's Archives. So just like I said, thoroughly explore each level. Especially when you're rotating the staircase and whatnot. Just be wary because there are mimics in the Duke's Archives. So, but yeah, that is in a chest in the Duke's Archives. So don't forget to pick that up. Next thing we're going to talk about, let's talk about Oral Decoy. This is a sorcery, again, sold by Griggs for 1,000 souls. Again, pretty cheap to buy. Usually you want to buy it in the beginning of the game. After you save him and he ends up going to Firelink Shrine. So, buy that from Griggs for 1,000 for 1,000 coins. Next one we're going to talk about is Hush. This is a sorcery. You can get this one of two ways. And honest to God, if I would have remembered, if I would have had this notebook when I was playing through the game, I could have just done this so much simpler. The difficult way is you find it in Sen's Fortress, which we found during our new game run. The other way to get this is if you kill Griggs. If you kill him, he drops the Hush spell. So, if you want to buy all of his spells and then kill him to get the Hush spell, go right ahead. It's really whatever you want to do in that regard. But yeah, I actually kind of forgot that. But yeah. Yeah, Hush is, and I guess I could kind of go, and we'll go back and we'll discuss what they all do. I never thought about it. I could probably do that, and so, but yeah, like I said, we'll go through all of the sorceries, and we'll go back and we'll discuss what each one does. Ball Control. This is another spell that you buy from Griggs. He sells it for 1,500 souls. Again, a pretty handy one to get early on in the game. Not even so much if you want to use it, but if you want to, again, buy it early so that way you have it toward your trophy. So, again, this is sold by Griggs for 1,500 souls. Hidden Weapon. Now we're going to get into some of the light miracles. Hidden Weapon is a spell that is sold by Dusk of Ulasil, who you save. You get onto the Darkroot Basin, you fight the Hydra, you kind of follow the left path, and then you do a quit, reload, the gold golem will appear, kill the golem, Dusk comes out of the golem, and then right in front of where you fought the Hydra, her summon sign appears, and she will sell you her sorceries and whatnot. And she has several of them. We're going to discuss those here. This is sold by Dusk for 2,000 souls. So, Hidden Body is the next one we're going to be talking about. This is also sold by Dusk for 2,000 souls. So, like I said, she has a few of them, and like I said, we're going to kind of blitz through these in quick succession. Repair sorcery, again, sold by Dusk. She sells it for 10,000 souls. So, again, a little bit more pricey, but again, it's required for your trophy. All right, everybody with me so far? All right, next we're going to talk about is Cast Light. This is an alternative to the Sunlight Maggot. And like I said, we're going to discuss what each one does. We're going to go through them all again here shortly. Like I said, these next 3 live streams won't be too long. Maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes, maybe up to an hour. I don't know. But so yeah, Cast Light. Dusk sells this spell fairly cheap for only 1,000 souls. Again, pretty low key. Next one we're going to talk about is Chameleon. Again, sold by Dusk for 3,000 souls. Again, she's very imperative to your trophy. Like I said, if you talk to her, she'll mention something about, she'll ask you a question you want to say yes to, because if you say no, you'll get locked out of the DLC, and I think you get locked out of her side quest as well. So again, important when she asks you the question, say yes to it. So, but again, sold by Dusk for 3,000 souls. All right, Remedy. Let's talk a little bit about this. This is a sorcery that is found in Blighttown, on the back half of Blighttown. I say the back half, like when you go in through the Valley of the Drakes, and you cross we picked it up in New Game. So just watch, one of the first, 2 or 3 live streams, and you'll find me getting this spell. So, but yeah, it's a treasure in Blighttown. So, all right. Next page. So, everybody with me so far? All right. Give me 1 second here. Sorry, I got a Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Well, baby kitty. All right. Moving on. Resist Curse is our next sorcery that we're going to talk about. You can buy this from Ingward. He is the one that you get the key to the seal from in the New Londo ruins, which allows you to access the Four Kings fight. Yeah, he's the guy in the red that you talked to. I mentioned it was supposed to be a boss arena, but like I said, that's where you fight him at, or that's where you buy this spell from him for 5,000 souls. Again, easy way to do that. Now, the next bit, the next couple, these are going to be DLC related. So. Okay. Next one we're going to talk about is the. Oh, it's because they're on the. Okay, never mind. They're on the back page. That's why I was like, what? All right. Dark Bead. Dark Bead is found in the Ulasil Township. This is a again. If I remember correctly, it is before you get to the shortcut. It is before you get down into the Chasm of the Abyss. It's where all of the bloathead guys are, and you got the sorceress up above, wreaking havoc on you. But it's on a corpse in that area. I'm pretty sure we got it when we went through the DLC. We picked up the Dark Bead, but yeah, it is on a corpse. Yeah, I literally have. It's found on a corpse behind the sorcerer. Wait. No. I'm sorry. Okay, Dark Orb. Okay, I'm okay. I'm on the wrong one. Dark Bead. Yeah, Dark Bead is found on a corpse behind in the depths of the abyss. Which I think it's if it's the one I'm thinking of, it's that bitch that insta killed me. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, it's in the Chasm of the Abyss. It's when you first go in, and you got the bloatheads, and you got the bloathead sorcerer. This is behind her. Yeah, I had these two mixed up. Okay, that's why I was like, okay, if something's So, yeah, Dark Bead, that is required for your Wisdom of a Sage trophy. All right. Next one that we have is Dark Fog. This is found in the Ulasil Township before you get to the Chasm of the Abyss. It's usually I'm pretty sure this one's on the corpse too, but like I said, I'm pretty sure we got this one in the in our run. So, and then that is. You can also get the Pursuers, which actually very quickly, because I think I have his soul still on this file. I do. Let's go back. Have a little bit of combat here. You can take Manus' soul. And just so I can have it, I guess. I'm gonna go back to the chasm. really? There we go. I was like, holy crap, like I was confused. Although it's not needed for the platinum trophy, but in case you want to get it. We're going to go back to Snuggly the Crow. That's why we're going this way. In case you're wondering. Why don't I have a shield? I was like, this is going to still count. We're sitting at, I believe, 74 deaths. So this will count to our death totals, even though it's a different file. We're going to go to Snuggly, which is right over here. And we're going to take Manus' soul. And we're going to drop his soul to Snuggly. Wait, what? Oh, you know, I forgot. This one's different. You have to drop the soul, and then you have to quit out of the game. Okay. And then go back in. I forgot. This one's, yeah.
Give me.
And you get the Pursuer's spell. Okay? So, like I said, it's not needed for your platinum or whatever, but it is a sorcery that you can get. So let's yeah, sorcery of Manus. Yeah. Let's go back to I know I got freaking Homer bones on this file, at least I should. Yeah. I was like, hang on. Which I don't think I can. I said all these, we're gonna discuss all these in the next couple of videos. I think I can use some of these. You know what? Intelligence 16. A lot of these I can use. Let me see. Okay, hang on, because I wouldn't mind showing them off. So I'm going to give you guys the most of what I can here. Pop more of these souls. We're going to put everything into intelligence. Well, okay, I'll put 1 point into intelligence. Oh, I can't use the... I need a catalyst. Yeah, I can't even, yeah, because I can't use the... But anyway, yeah. So, let's discuss what each of these do. I told you guys how to get them. Now it's just a matter of what they do. So let's go back to the beginning. Soul Arrow. It just basically fires a magic ray. And it does significant damage to like the Dreglings and whatnot. It does really good damage to those guys. But and actually some of these we can actually use. Let's a lot of these we can actually use, except crystal magic weapon, soul spear, crystal soul. Yeah, we can't use any of these, but some of the early ones we can do. But yeah, just fires a ray. So, like I said, nothing fancy. So there's Soul Arrow. Yo, big baby, I am well, good sir. How are you? All right, great Soul Arrow. Let's talk about this one. Okay, this one is the same as a Soul Arrow, but you get it's a little bit stronger. So as you can see, okay, and then we have Heavy Soul Arrow, which is it's stronger than the last one, and it takes longer to cast, as you can see. Oh crap! I actually hit you. Whoop. Okay. Hit you again.
Lousy rat. You have some nerve. I may be crestfallen, but I'm not defenseless, you rascal. You will soon regret this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I mean, I kind of knew this would happen. Yeah, I was at work. I couldn't see it live, but yeah, I saw you were playing Chrono Cross. I'm like, ooh. This is the crestfallen. We never talked to him at all in our playthrough, but
Not too shabby. I think you've done me a favor.
probably. Yeah, there's Heavy Soul Arrow. And then the Great Heavy Soul Arrow, one of the more stronger spells in the game. But yeah, it does a lot of damage, especially to bosses. Let's go over this way. Don't even get cocky there, buddy. Not doing it. Okay, didn't want to stray too far from the bonfire, but you know, hey. So that's Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Alright, so Homing Soul Mass I can't show off because I don't have the stats for it, but it fires multiple projectiles, which is, I mean, it's kind of cool. Homing Crystal Soul Mass fires crystal projectiles, which is really cool. That's right, let him know who's in charge. Soul Spear is it's a fire-piercing soul spear. Usually can go through somebody's shield, things like that. Which is kind of cool. Then the Crystal Soul Spear, it's an even more powerful piercing range attack. Again, you know, it's higher intelligence, but it does more damage than the regular Soul Spear. And then the White Dragon Breath, what'll happen when you use it is a straight line of crystals will pop out of the ground in front of you, and they shoot and they fire, if you will, toward your whatever you're targeting. It's a handy spell to take out masses of enemies and whatnot. But yeah, you get 20 casts of it too, so it's pretty awesome. So magic weapon, which will attune that. Whoops, wrong one. But this will coat your weapon with magic. Okay, just like so. So. And then crystal magic weapon we can't use because we don't have the stats for. but it also enhances the right-hand weapon, but it must be a standard, crystal, or raw weapon. So yeah, that's something to keep in mind. Magic shield, let's talk a little bit about that one. The magic shield, it reinforces your shield. Whoop, actually I need a shield in my other hand here. Hold that thought. I just need a shield. I have too much stuff. This one I think you need a... No, I think you... Oh, actually I think you need a... These don't you need a talisman, maybe? No? Yeah, it reinforces the shield or weapon able to block in the left hand with magic. So maybe I need a shield in my right hand. Hold on now. I have too much stuff. I really do. It don't really matter what I use because I'm, like I said, I don't know. Again, something I don't use, so I can't really comment on it per se. But and then the strong magic shield, with it does the same thing as that, but it's stronger, hence strong magic shield. But you know, oral decoy. Let's talk a little bit about that one. But oral decoy you can use, and it lures enemies away by creating a sound in the distance. So enemies would gravitate toward where the sound came from. So, and then next is hush. Which, if you use hush, you won't make sounds when you walk or run. Okay, like so. So, yeah, it basically, yeah. And then as long as you see those things on your feet, the hush spell is active. So, okay. Next up, fall control. This is a handy one. If you are, it reduces fall damage. So let's just go up here. Let's go ahead and cast it. Something that you would usually take fall damage from, you won't take as much fall damage. However, if you fall from a high enough distance, it will still kill you. All right, so just keep that in mind. It doesn't permanently protect you from fall damage. It's just if you would just take fall damage that would just do damage to you, that's where that one is incorporated. So, hidden weapon is our next spell, which if you use it, it makes your weapon in your right hand invisible. Hence, hidden weapon. So, but yeah, weapon also must be standard, crystal, or raw, which I don't know why for it to work. I don't know why that is the case, but you know, it is what it is. Next spell, hidden body. Turns you invisible. Now, if you make enough noise, enemies will see you, but if you're if you're stealthy, they won't be able to see you. So, repair is going to be the next one. Like I said, we discussed how to get all these already, so if you missed that, just back up a bit. Simply put, repair repairs the weapon in your hand. It repairs your weapons and armor. for that matter. Okay? Cast light. This is a if you don't have the sunlight maggot, if you don't want to save Solaire or you don't want to, do that, cast light and you'll have a light above your head until it fades away, and then you just redo it. So, it is time duration. It lasts anywhere from 4 to 5 minutes. I've never actually timed it, but it seems like the duration seems to be around the 4 to 5 minute mark. So, all right, one of my actual favorite ones to use is the chameleon spell. Wherever you're at, and this is especially good for PvP, it turns you into an object in the area. Like prime example. Oh, because there's a lot of vases in. Or like if you come out here, it might turn you into a grave. Nope. Nope, just turns me into a pot. Yeah, see, they're not attacking because they see me as a pot. Well, now they do because, But yeah, it just turns you into something. Like I said, it's pretty handy for, like I said, PvP. Especially if like somebody doesn't know the area, so like they wouldn't think to look for a pot. But yeah, like I said, it's a fun spell to use. And one of them just died, so that was kind of funny. Remedy, some of these I don't really feel the need to show because they're pretty self-explanatory. Remedy simply removes poison, toxic, bleeding, and it also cures poison or toxic if you don't have any moss clumps and things like that. Resist curse, removes curse buildup. Again, self-explanatory on that. Dark fog, so there should be a dark orb. I don't know why. I mean, I have unless I might have gotten rid of it. I don't remember, but yeah, dark orb is found in the township, Ulasel Township. I don't know why I don't have it on here. Maybe that one's not required because, like I said, this is my platinum character. That's kind of weird. But dark bead. I can use this one. This one's actually really cool. Fires 6, or actually, I think it's 7. Yeah, very, very handy. Yeah, really, really good against bosses. And then the pursuers we can't do, but the pursuers will. There's these really slow moving soul masks, or masses, I should say. But yeah, like I said, not something I use, but yeah. And then there, like I said, your white dragon breath that you get, that should be enough for. And then yeah, your trophy should pop after that. So there you go, guys. There is, there's your Wisdom of a Sage trophy. Like I said, we discussed where to get them all, and even showed some of them off. So next live stream that I'll probably do later on tonight will include a. I think we're going to do the pyromancies next. That is going to be, like I said, later on tonight. I have. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, the Bond of a Pyromancer is the trophy that we will get. Yeah, we will do. We will do all of that. There's several that you buy, some you find, etc., etc. So yeah, so we'll have that for you later on tonight. That being said, guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Make sure you guys subscribe to the channel if you've not done so already. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up if you would, pretty please. It does help the channel grow. I said next one We'll do pyromancies, and then we'll do miracles. Both of those episodes later on tonight. So don't miss it. We'll catch you guys in the next